Okay. We recorded. All right. So, anywho, part 2. Awesomeness part 2. Ready?
So Molly and I were eating salads at TGI Fridays, like 10:30 at night. We'd just come back from our diamond part, our success club party, and we're like, "Hey girls, we're downstairs," and then all of them, like our little girls, just like people that just met, like I guess we, I'm like a mess lately. I'll probably cry more today than normal. But like everybody just like you just see these people that I can't do it while I finish it.
Okay. So
I don't know what's the problem.
I'm not crying, you're crying.
So we were eating salads because, is my thing like going crazy? Why does it look like it's going crazy? Anyway, and we just kind of were like, if we never made the decision, what if these girls wouldn't be here? If we never made this decision, who would never have started their health and fitness journey? If we never made this decision to invite somebody, what if something different would have happened for their lives? We are not God. We are not, the people that have decided this gift that we've been given to and who we share it with. But I truly believe that everybody who was at that summit, guys, zero fighting with 8 girls. Like none of us were fighting. Everybody was like getting along. Everybody was having fun. Everybody was like, and like we're not being placed together just because we all belong in this team. You belong here was the huge theme of Summit. And we're just also blessed to be a part of it. This is something that one of the things that Jade Simmons said, and she was the one who said the just comment, you are not just. Just is an insult to the very God who made you. Or she said something like that. And I was like, ooh, that's good. Yeah, okay. But she also said something that I wrote a couple different things. She said, your job is not to impress anybody. Your job is to impact somebody. So I wrote like, impress is less than impact on my little notes because I'm a teacher. And then I also wrote like, she was talking about how, stop focusing on being perfect. Start focusing on being powerful. You don't have to have a team full of 27,000 before you start acting like that you're making an impact and that you are freaking powerful. Every time that you interact with somebody is a chance to be an impact to their life and to be that powerful human person that you were put on this earth to be. I was listening to a call yesterday with my upline, and she mentioned she's very spiritual, and she mentioned that she has like this feeling that when she gets to heaven, she's going to meet her twin. And her twin is the person who used every single gift that she was given, that God gave to her. She used every single gift. She lived her life with nothing left. She used every single gift that God gave her. And then there's you. And you're standing side by side. And you want to say that you did that too. That you didn't waste anything that you were given, that you didn't hold back on anything that you were given, that your special human power that you were given wasn't wasted here on earth. And I was just like, oh, yeah, I like that. Like I need to do that. I don't want to waste anything that I've been given. I feel like there's a lot that we are all holding on to because we don't feel like it's worthy enough, or we don't feel like we're the expert on something, or we don't. No, stop it. Stop that. You were put on this earth to do amazing freaking things. So let's do it. Let's do that. I loved how Rachel Hollis was like, in the beginning, she's crazy. She does this at all of her conferences. But in the beginning, she plays Beyonce, who run the world, girls. And she's like, she like stopped the music. She's like, wait, hold up. That was not good enough. And then, oh, Sherry, can you mute? Sherry. She's like not there anymore.
Sorry.
That's okay. So she was playing this music and she's like, no. She's like, let me set the stage. And she like goes through this whole thing. She's like, you're at your cousin. I forget what she said. Sherry. Crystal. I just threw it. Yeah. You're at your cousin Crystal's wedding. I don't know. Whatever. And she's like, and you just had your second glass of Chardonnay and you've been pumping, you've been breastfeeding for a while. So like, it's going through you pretty fast. So she's setting the stage and she was like, now let's run that music back. And I want you to dance like your life depends on it, because guess what it does? And I was just like, that needs to be like everything. I feel like personally, I am holding back on things because this is not, my back is not up against a wall. My husband has a great job. I'm home with my kids. Like that was the goal, me being home with my kids whenever I first started coaching. Well, now it happened. So I feel like I was kind of like, well, that was my goal and now I achieved it. Did Beachbody help that? Maybe not as much financially, but definitely because I was able to have that courage to walk away from a job, a career that I thought I was going to do for the rest of my life. That's not everybody's plan. I truly believe that that was mine. And I definitely don't think that I would have ever had the guts to do that, walk away from teaching in the middle of a school year. And that's like, doesn't happen. In case you're not a teacher, like you finish out the year and you like that doesn't happen. But everybody just kept saying, you know, can't you just stay for another? And like Tim and my response was like, we're doing what's best for our family. We're doing what's best for each other, like us. We're doing what's best for our family. We're protecting our own energy. And I don't think I would have had the guts to do it if I didn't start Beachbody. And Tim either. Like we didn't start dreaming about what our lives would look like before Beachbody. We just were going through the motions. And that's what happens when you go to these summit events is they awaken this thing in you that is like, yeah, like why can't I do that? And yeah, I actually do make a freaking difference. And yeah, who cares if only like 7 people join me, but like those are 7 humans that are joining me. So I'm going to do everything in my possible power to be that person for them, because God was like, hey, here's some people. They need you. And you're like, okay, I got you. I'll help you out. Like, I know you can't be everywhere at all times. He does. But I know that you like need some people down here to like help out. So like, I guess I'll be that person. No, like you're going to be like, yeah, this is what I'm showing up for. You know, the part that every year is rewired in my brain or lit in my heart is the fact that you could literally save somebody's life. You could be that person that helps them. I can't. That helps them cure their diabetes or saves them from having a heart attack someday. You could be that person. So knock it off. The self-doubt, and I'm talking to myself, like the self-doubt, the comparison. You guys, you could save somebody's life. there was a part where a couple got up on stage, and they had both been on their health journey together. And the husband says that the best part is not the fact that his wife lost weight, or that he lost weight, or that they're now healthy, or they don't have, and I'm talking like a substantial amount of weight for each of them, like hundreds of pounds. I don't know. I don't remember how much. But the one thing that he said is that he was taking a picture, and for the first time, he could wrap his arms around his wife and actually hug her. And I was like, yeah. Like, it's not just about the abs or the bikini or the beach body. It's so much more than that. And I hope that that is what you guys take out of this, and that is what you guys move forward being, that kind of coach, that you can save somebody's life, that you can be that person that reaches out to another postpartum mama, that you can be that person that reaches out to another person who is struggling with infertility, that be that person that struggles with anxiety, that is another teacher that needs something else in their life, and that this is the answer for them, maybe. So that invite that you have in your mouth, that you've been waiting to reach out to that person, freaking do it.
What if nobody asked you?
Right.
That's what I say to myself all the time. What if nobody asked you? We can't not share this with people. We can't not provide this amazing opportunity for people to change their life. What if nobody asked you, where would you be? Mentally, physically, emotionally, where would you be? I could literally ask each of you, and I'm sure you would all have a different answer. But where would you be? And think about that every day when something scares you, or when you're nervous to post, or when you're nervous to send that invite. Where would you be if you weren't asked? If you didn't start this journey? I don't know where I would be. I might not be here. So we got to keep doing it. Who's ready to work out?
Jeez.
What?
And while Caitlin and Molly were having their little cry session, eating our salads, we were all pretty much 3 beers in coming into that bar, because that's how, when people get together who don't know each other, that's how we get to know each other, which is fun. No, but on a serious note, going back to consistency, someone was on the other day, it was one of my coaches, and said that they had been talking to people for about 5 months or whatever. I just had someone sign up that I've been talking to for 1.5 years. So if you stay consistent, and like Becky said, be the product of the products, use those silly colored containers, do the workouts, video your workouts, look like a goofball. People are watching whether you know they're watching or not. And those, one of my, when I started 21 Day Fix, I packed all my stuff in the containers and brought them to work. And do you know how many coworkers laughed at me? And I said, you can laugh all you want, but I lost 10 pounds, so go ahead. But just this last week, that one coworker that laughed at me texted me and said, hey, I've been using those containers. And she put them in quotations. She goes, and I'm down 6 pounds. And I'm going, yep. So consistency, and it is powerful, and it is something that you want to keep telling people about. And that's why I think we have the best platform out of all of the other health businesses out there. All the diet pills, all the slim fast stuff that I did when I was in college, like all that stuff. There's kids on here, Lacey. All of that stuff. So, and I think, and I'm not going to speak for everyone here, but when they said something about Shakeology being more than a protein shake, it's hard to talk about that because of the cost and things like that. But when you put it in the way that Isabella did, with all of the nutrients that there is from countries and where they handpick that stuff, it makes it more than just a protein shake. It makes it bigger than what we can explain. And that's what we got to try to do instead of buy the shake because it makes me feel good. It makes me regular and blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? So
you say it all the time. Like they say, Carl says, and we talk about this, Carl will say, Shakeology will never be cheaper than what it is. And you're welcome. Because if it was, we're getting crap from places that is not going to fuel our bodies. You are welcome. And I tell people that when they're like, oh, really?
Yep.
Really?
Because it should be about a $400 bag of Shakeology. That's basically what it should be. So as a coach, you're getting a steal for $99 if you really want to put it in perspective. But, okay. I had to lighten the mood. You guys are getting way too emotional.
Sorry. Okay, the last thing I want to say is just another thing that my upline, she's like my grandma coach. Next year's her 10th summit, and she's like super excited. Anyway, but she talked about laying a brick. A bricklayer is not worried about the entire skyscraper. They're not worried about the electricity. They're not worried about whether or not the toilets in the building are going to flush. Their job is to lay one brick at a time. But one brick at a time is going to create that foundation for your entire business. So lay that brick, then lay another one, then lay another one. You're not worried about how perfect the building is going to be. You're just worried about one brick at a time. Make a decision about what those bricks are going to be, and then do it. Do it to it. Because we will be elite teams next year. I said it. We're going to have our dang pictures up on that wall. And not because we want the picture or the ribbon or the fancy seat with our name cover on it, but because we're going to impact that many people. Okay, I'm done. I'm so excited now.
I'll actually wash my hair if we get there.
Yeah. So what workout is everybody doing, Dax says? So let's change the subject. Do it together, shared screen. I think I'm doing Total Body Badass. I think that's what I'm on right now. Total Body Badass. Lacey was going to dance it out. I don't have to do the same thing. All right, I'm going to stop recording because nobody needs to see us working out. I love you. Let's work out.